Hello, and welcome to my first video. Now, it's going to be a simple one. It might be boring for you to watch, but hey ho, it's the first one, so who's complaining? Now, in this video, I'm going to go over why I started my photography journey, what my normal life is like, and also what I want to get into the future. And then right at the end, I'm going to have a little bit on my website that I haven't previously gone over. Now, kicking in to my personal life. Now, I'm Harley, as you will know. I'm 15. I am still at school. Now, I have 1 year left. So, right now, I would love to pursue with photography in my journey. I would love to pursue with photography in the future as a career, as a job, but sometimes it might not be possible. So, here I am. YouTube's always been something that I've wanted to do, never depending on what I did. But yeah, should be fun. So, first of all, going into why I started photography. Now, I started photography back in September. This is because it was a GCSE option that I picked. I was not originally going to pick photography. I was originally going to pick design and technology, which is something completely different. But hey, I was going to pick it. I ended up not because some of my mates was picking photography. Now, at school, if you're watching this at younger, you would have been told to not pick anything that your mates are picking and only go with subjects that you have a passion for. Now, I didn't listen to that. I picked it because my mates picked it and apparently it was easy. I never thought that it was going to make me end up on this journey to being professional. Now, yes, I've enjoyed it. It's been stressful at some times. But my real passion came from when I probably started myself in photography on in December. Now, when I picked up a camera in September, when I first started this course, I did not know what the hell to do. I did not know how to press a button on it. I did not know how to change a setting. I didn't know what half of the settings was. But I've got there in the end, and now I know more than half the people in my lesson. Sorry, guys. But it is the fact that I've now started this as a more passionate thing that I'm really, really into, and I love doing it. I want it to become one of those things where the quote, if you work as something that you really enjoy, you won't have to work another day in your life. And that's what I want this to relate to. Hopefully it can turn out that way. If it doesn't, unlucky. But yeah, so that's the whole reason why I started. It's crazy how I've got this far. I couldn't have done any of this without you guys, which is absolutely unreal. It feels on your side, I bet, that you've done nothing for me, but just being there and liking a video makes me want to continue. Whereas before, if no one did anything, I was just gonna sack it off and not do anything. But all your support's been absolutely amazing, and thank you for that. So, getting into what I want the future to look like. Now, like I said earlier, I'm 15. and I'm really just starting. I've got another year left at school before I go to college to do my photography course that I'm hoping to get into. Now, this next year is going to be pain. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be paid, hopefully. But it's all part of getting to where I want to be in life with this. So, realistically, I would love to be at a certain level by the time I leave school, which means posting a lot of YouTube videos on a regular basis, posting a lot of photos, going to a lot of events, stuff like that. Now, it's going to be hard, but I can do it. I know I can. And I hope you think I can as well. But yeah, it's going to be a weird one. Now, with YouTube, where I want this to go, I would love to become one of the most known photographers on YouTube. As on YouTube, there's not a lot of photographers, there's a lot of editors. There's not a lot of people that document themselves taking photos and their journey. Now, I would love for me to be one of the first that does this, but then again, we have got a long way to get there. Sorry, just darken it so I'm not blurry. We have got a long way to get there. So yeah, that's gonna be a difficult part. Now, on YouTube, I will be posting my POVs of when I go to a football game, an event, car shows, anything like that. I will post my day throughout of me taking photos, how I do it, what settings I use in the current weather, stuff like that. And then that'll be part 1 of the video. Ooh. Now, part 2 of a video would be my editing process. So that is when I get back and upload all my photos to my computer. That is what do I do after. So this could be in my stage from my Lightroom to then my Photoshop to applying my watermark to sending them off to clients, stuff like that. And I just think it'd be quite entertaining to watch me do that, but also it'd teach some of the people that want to learn it. Maybe not a lot of people do, but in my end, some people do want to learn that. So now, I will be posting every step of the way for most of my journey on this account. So you better subscribe so I can hit what I want to hit on this account and not be one of them that's getting left stranded after a couple of videos. But yeah, it's not all about being a boring photographer. And some of it will be doing some things just like going around car shows. Yes, I'll be taking photos, but you get to see crazy cars on it as well. So I won't be complaining about that one if you like cars. Some people don't. But it just makes an important step that I'm documenting everything for myself. If you don't like watching them, okay, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. But it's got to that stage where I want to document everything I do and not just keep it to myself. So yeah, going to my website now. Now, I created a website not too long ago, and I'll show you this right now. Now, Welcome to my website. Now, I have made this in Adobe Portfolio. I've made it 100% myself, and I just thought it'd be a good time to get a website with everything coming up. Now, if we go into it here, I know I've explained about me and why I've wanted to do stuff in this journey from starting, but this is more of what I want to do in the future and what I want to do right now. Now, you can go and read this in your spare time, or you can read it off this video. Don't mind that. I'm not bothered. Now, we also have a photos section. So this is where all my photos will be posted, from a shoot to my random edits that I'll do when I'm bored, anything like that. So we've got my Porsche photos on here, we've got my Barbara photos, and we've got my first car shoot. And then we have my out of ordinary edits section. So that's the photos section. Then, if you're in one of these photos and you would love to have it, if I haven't already sent it you can click down here, press the contact button, type in your name, type in your email, and type in what photos you would want, and then I will get back to you with either prices if you're not required a free ones, or I will send them you. Now, going into prices. Now, here I have my price sheet. This is going to change because in my head I've come up with a lot of better suggestions. So for football photos, I have done, so it is, you email me a suggested date and time and how many games you want me to do, and then I'll give you a quote based off of all of that information. I've put price starting around 40. It depends if it's a single thing, so if I'm doing it for one person, or if I'm doing it for a full 16, say the full team. So there's a lot of difference going into that. Also, for car photos, this is 10 times different. Now, car photos, we have it so that it's based on travel and how many images. So let's say you want some photos because you're selling the car really soon and you want some photos for them. Then let's say you're in workshop. I can get to you really quickly, so price wouldn't be as much. But let's say you're in Sheffield. The price is going to be higher because you're further away. But then again, either way, I've put a contact bit here where you can message me your wanted price, but at a sensible rate. So that is my website altogether. And you can find this in my Instagram bio, link in this description. And what else can you find it in? Find it in the YouTube bio as well. Now, if you haven't already gone and followed my Instagram, please do. Everything gets posted on here. So yeah, please go follow that. So yeah, that's mostly all from me, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. So yeah.